All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome, welcome. It's Monday night, and we're live streaming this into the Team Up Facebook page. So it's a pleasure to see so many of you tonight. And there's more jumping on board because there's an incredible amount of excitement going on right now all around. Travis, our new CEO, Travis Garza, hit us with a challenge called the 90-day challenge. And I know that there have been times when I've called it the 100-day challenge. I'm an overachiever. You need to know that about me, but it is officially the 90-day challenge. And, it kind of got off to not a fast start in the Team Up organization, but it's gaining momentum. And we've got new partners now. I heard from Steph Fletch, and we're going to hear from Steph in a couple of minutes. I heard from Steph Fletch that she's got 10 team members that are saying yes to the 90-day challenge. And so, okay, there's a lot of different interpretations around the 90-day challenge, but to me, it's simple. We have got to get Juice Plus into more households. All right, so if every day you do one reach out to someone and you say, I thought of you because, and we start really filling our businesses with AROs, the trio and the children's health study by sharing our message. I thought of you because maybe what I'm doing would work for you too. Or let's go back to Donald Miller. Who remembers Donald Miller from that great training 2 years ago when he just said, basically get out there and say, you have suffered enough. I have something that will help you. Bold, but works. And so my take on the 90-day challenge is this: get out there once a day, one reach out per day, and you will start to create momentum in your business. Start planting the seed about the business with these conversations. And then over time, your business conversations will just become organic. They won't feel uncomfortable. So this is what I'm seeing is that those partners, and I want to thank Abby Nowlin, who took my call last Monday night when I was on holiday. Actually, I was at a great concert. Okay, I was on holiday at a great concert, and Abby did such a great call with the partners who've already said yes. And what I'm seeing is that the partners who have said yes are working through resistance. And we'll take a deeper dive into resistance again next week because we've got too much to cover tonight. But I'm going to speak now to Steph's 10 partners, new partners who have said yes to the challenge. Expect that your brain is going to say to you, this is really uncomfortable. Because whenever you take on a new challenge, want to create a new habit, break a habit, set a goal, expect it, expect it, expect it. Your brain is going to say, I don't know, this is uncomfortable. And you will, unaware, slide into resistance. You'll hear yourself saying to Steph, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm too busy. This is not what I thought it was going to be. Guys, you're just in resistance. And it's a beautiful thing. And next week, we're going to reframe resistance because I want to set you up for success. Now, the people that are working through resistance, they're building momentum, and it's this simple. What you focus on expands and grows. Focus on Juice Plus activity, your Juice Plus business will grow. Start doing Juice Plus reach outs, your business will grow. You'll start to create momentum. That's my promise to you. Take your focus off what you don't want. When you're focusing there, that'll grow too. Put your focus on what it is that you do want, and that will start to grow for you. So tonight, we are going to watch Travis Garza, our new CEO, his message to our leadership group last week. It is so compelling. It's so exciting. I want you to see him. He's brilliant. He's got our backs. He understands us. He pulled himself up from almost nothing. And he's a brilliant man, and he's a servant-hearted leader. But before we start to take a look at Travis's incredible presentation to the leadership, Stephanie Fletcher, International Marketing Director, has an announcement about an incredible incentive that was just announced. Go ahead, Steph.
Hey, good evening, everyone. And just so y'all know, this is our new puppy, Remy. Oh, she's a little crazy, but no one is here and she has to be with someone. So she's with me right now. Anyway, so I'm trying to get her to go to sleep. Night. Okay, so you guys, my team, I announced this challenge, I think a couple days ago. And like Terry said, everyone's kind of doing this a little bit differently, right? For my team, we started today, so 90 days from today, and it's one reach out, whether it's business or product, every day, okay? And here's the deal. Of those 10, I will tell y'all, I think my mom and Allison, both of whom are on right now, both got orders from past customers. I have had 4 orders from one girl. I'm gonna have to put Remy down. Oh, okay, bye-bye. Okay, don't pee. Anyway, I've had 4, and one of them was a lady who hasn't ordered in 5 years. Okay, and actually, I actually didn't reach out to her. I'm not gonna lie about it, but that was just an order that came to me, and I'm thinking, you guys, this is why we always say this is the long haul game, because if you stick to it, people will come back. Another lady said, hey, I was paying for Balance of Nature and it was too expensive, so I wanted to order from you. Huh? So here's my deal. Continue to reach out, and I will tell you guys, I also had a girl today say, hey, I started getting sick today, resistance, right? What Terry was talking about. And so I almost thought like, hey, I can't do this right now. But then I thought to myself, you know what? I can reach out to one person while I'm laying here. And that's the thing. We are talking about one text, one instant messenger, one voice message, whatever. Takes literally 2 minutes of your day if you don't overthink it. If you do, maybe like 10. But that's it. And here's the deal. So we started this, we're all excited. We're like getting back into the groove of things. We've all been in crazy seasons. And then about what, 20 minutes ago, Terry, 30 minutes ago, yeah, we get a message on the NMD chat. It was like exciting news, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, what is going on? And I get a voice message. It's from Jason LaChance. And as of tomorrow, starting tomorrow till the end of the month. So I think that's six days because it's a 31-day month, right? Right? Am I right? Yeah. So they are going to be doing every single day 5 drawings, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of $200 a piece for any new order. It can be a partner order. Like, so you're on, like, if you're like, hey, I'm going to try the new non-soy complete now because I have a little bit more incentive, I'm just going to go ahead and do it, or whatever. If it's you, if it's an old customer that hasn't ordered in a while, whatever, it doesn't matter. The only ones that don't apply is the leads, because those are obviously from the company. But you will go into a drawing 5 times a day until the end of the month. I'm like, let's go, Travis. New CEO is bringing it on. So not only do you have this incentive of just checking back in, y'all, 2 minutes. And if anyone tells me I don't have time, go call me. I won't have time to pick up the phone. So there's that. But you've got 2 minutes. Everyone has it, whether it's late at night, early in the morning. It doesn't have to be when people are awake, because who cares? Most people, I mean, my phone's on silent all the time. So just send the message, send the voice text, whatever. The first thing I told my team to do is print out your customer genealogy. If you don't know how to do that, ask your upline. And go back to those old customers that haven't ordered in a long time. Check back in with them, because most of them have either forgotten, had a bad credit card or whatever, and you don't even know that they're canceled. So go back to those people. But new orders, let's go. Thank you, Travis. I want to be in that drawing.
I want to be in that drawing too. And isn't it great that leadership can be in the drawing too? That's a plus for it, because we don't always get to participate in everything. But, you know, I had a candid conversation with one of my customers at the beginning of last week about the Omegas. And she just called me today and said that she wants the Omegas for all of her grown children and their partners. Wow. Okay. And you know what I'm finding, Steph and everybody? You can text, you can do it, everyone, but I don't know what it is. People are answering the phone right now. I'm actually making phone calls and people are answering the phone. So there's all sorts of ways you can do this. So I'm just saying, it's just so cool. All right. Okay. So I want you to settle in and listen to this amazing hello, welcome from our new CEO, Travis Garza. And what I guarantee you is that when you're done hearing Travis and some of the nuggets that he's going to drop, you're going to say yes to the 90-day challenge too. Okay, it's 27 minutes, guys. Get ready. Enjoy your evening. Here we go. Whenever you're ready, Kathy, let her run.
It sat just a hair too long. I have to restart it. I'll be right back.
Okay, no problem. That's good. We're good.
Okay, gonna do it again.
All right. If at first.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Jay. And I just, if you're watching right now, and we're not going to be able to see all your chat, but if I could see some of you with a hand clap, give Jay Thompson a hand clap. He's done such a great job. Thank you. I'm watching all of you participate in this, so thank you for participating. It's an honor to be here, and I loved how everybody was sharing as far as where they're from, and I wanted to speak so loudly and say, Collierville, Tennessee, and I don't even know if I said that right. They have a good accent, a cool accent, but we're here in Tennessee, and last night, Jay and I had the opportunity, the privilege to have dinner with Jay Martin and his wife, Sandra. And we sat there and we went back memory lane, and he had a lot of your pictures up. We got emotional. We sat down and talked about, his vision early on and where we were going. And many of you and your stories and pictures were there. And I can't tell you how much it meant to me after being here for just a short period of time to understand a little bit more about the history as far as where this company has developed from. And so I just want to say thank you for being on here. Thank you for participating. Thank you for being a part of Juice Plus. Now, today I'm going to jump into this and share a few things that I want you to hear about some of the direction that we're going and some of the things that we have to be careful of. And if you're okay with it, you are leaders. You are leaders who are in the business, you're growing, and you want more. And now, by a raise of hands, how many of you really want more? You want to see, people experience Juice Plus and the products. Yeah, I agree. I completely agree that we want more of that. And so today I want to talk with you about some principles and some tactics that we're going to be involved with in the company. Now, many of you know, and some of you may not even know, but the direct sales industry has been around a long time. 100 years that this industry has been around. And what I love about this is that the industry is growing. How many of you agree? It is growing. And what we do know is that over the years, the principles of direct sales have mostly been the same. Now, think about this. Over 100 years in the business. And you think about this and you start to say, well, what stayed the same and what's different? What stayed the same is, if you think about it, we as partners, we set up our contact list, we set up presentations, we do appointments, we do follow-up, we celebrate success, we lead by example. Those principles have always been around. For 100 years, they haven't changed a lot, but the tactics are always changing. And this industry is changing. And 100 years, if you start to think about where we're at today, the tactics of the hotel rooms, the Starbucks meetings, the three-way calls, the tower gardens, the capsules, the plant powders in capsules, you think about all the things that have gone on, things have changed. We're changing. And we have to change here at Juice Plus. We have to think about where we're at today. But what I want to share with you is this: what makes Juice Plus very unique in our space. If you think about it, there are 1,000 companies who start in this space every single year. And you think about what makes us unique is that we've been around, if you think about it, we've been around for now, well, when you think about 30 years plus, if you think about what makes companies different is the vision, the quality, the accountability, and innovation. And what I love what Jay did is he instilled this in this business. And you think about where we're at, and it's one of the reasons why I joined this company. When I was asked, why are you joining? It was really about the vision, the quality of the products, and the adaptability as far as what we were doing, and then the innovation. Now, there are some companies, not all companies are the same, but we know that. Not all companies are the same, and there are challenges that happen with this industry. And it happens here at Juice Plus. And you think about what happens to companies over the years. And there are challenges that happen where new competition comes in. Maybe there's new competition, and you see commercials of competition of similar products like ours. That happens, and we have to deal with that. But what do we do? And what makes the difference? And when companies start to grow, they start to think, what do we do? Well, the difference between what happens with good companies and companies who are not, maybe they're struggling a little bit. The difference is, the great companies start to think about how do they adapt? What do they need to do? And companies who struggle, they start to say, well, we're going to do it the same old way. We're going to just keep growing. Or they think only about dollars and growth. They don't think about the heart. What I love about what Jay Martin did is he really had the heart. The difference between great companies and companies who struggle is you think about the vision, you think about how they adapt, and companies who just think about one thing, maybe it's just revenue growth, or they don't adapt. Well, I want to share a story with you. And I think this is important. Many of you probably know who this is. What's the company? It's Toyota. You've seen this before. Some of you may own Toyotas. I don't know if you know this, but the #1 selling car around the world is the Toyota Corolla. Now, some of you are like, I would never own a Toyota Corolla. No matter what you say, or no matter what car you own, it's the #1 selling car in the world. But I want to share a story with you about Toyota. What are they known for? What are they known for around the world? And when they were in hyper growth, they went from a company that was just down here, and they were just trying to grow. They were just trying to figure it out. And what happened is they figured it out, they took off, and what they were known for and what people bought Toyotas for was quality. They were known for quality. And what it resonated is people could drive this car and they felt like, hey, you know what? This is a quality car. It'll last forever. You see some of them out on the road right now. They're 150,000, 200,000 miles. They were known for quality. But something unique happened after they became the #1 selling car in the world. They took over some big giants. How do they do that? Well, the owner, the founder of Toyota, he said, we are going to be known for quality. But something happened on August 28th, 2009. And you can look this up. In California, there was a car full of people. There was a car, a father on the driver's side, a mother on the passenger side, a daughter, and then a brother-in-law in the back seat. So 4 people in the car. Going down the freeway, the car's gas pedal got stuck. And this car was going, it would not slow down. It was going over 100 miles an hour. And in that car, they started to call 911. They said, hey, please help, please help. Our car won't stop. We can't turn it off. What do we do? And as they were going down, you could hear on the phone that they were asking for help. You can see this online. And they were going through stop, like they were saying, please, pray. And unfortunately, the car went through a stoplight, down a hill, and it exploded. And unfortunately, all 4 people in the car perished. Now, eventually, what happened to Toyota and what happened to this giant and all this growth, they dropped not only in sales, but they missed out on what they were known for was quality. You see, their gas pedal were getting stuck, and so everybody became very scared. They started figuring, oh, like, what do we do? And the owner of Toyota came on and said, he essentially apologized and said, I want to apologize. We were known for quality, and we got to a point where we were so focused in on sales, we lost sight of what really who we are, and that was around quality. Well, after 2009, they dropped not only in sales, but they lost customers, they lost staff, they were trying to figure out what was going on. And Toyota did something very, very unique. They went back to the basics of who they were, what they were doing, how they grew, what made them special. And I can tell you that today, if you look at the car rankings around the world, as far as cars manufactured, they are the #1 again. How did they do it? What did they do? And you start to think about like the companies who are making a difference, and you start to say, well, what makes us different? What did they do that were struggling? And how do we look at Juice Plus today? Now, I'm telling you, as a brand new CEO, there are some things that we need to look at. And I'm going to share some things that are important. These were observations that I had. And the reason why I'm sharing this with you is because you are partners. And I love that word. You are partners with us. We've identified some areas that we need to be better at and to help you. Number one is we need to improve on our measurable goals. We need to understand, what are we going after? Is it dollars? No. Is it households? I believe it's households. How do we get into more households with better marketing, with better products? How do we share our products more boldly? We need to have goals of what that looks like. When we think about roles, responsibility, and authority, we have to start thinking about whose role is it internally? How are we working on the roles in marketing, the roles in our product development? We have some great staff, but I can tell you with true, sincere care that we have to be better. We are a great company, but we have to have clear roles, responsibility, and authority, and we are dedicated to do that for you. The third thing is we have a lot of projects going on. We have a lot of projects going on, and I'm sharing some things with you as leaders that normally we would not do, but I'm sharing this with you because you are partners. There are a lot of projects going on, a lot of things that are being asked of us from partners all over the world. Can you do this? Can you do this? Can you do this? Can you do this? And I would say that we need to take a step back and say, what is most important for us and for you to be successful? We want to make sure that customers can enroll quickly. We want to make sure that you can refer new people to our business and to our products safely and concisely. That's really important. And then the final thing, as far as observation, is really around limiting the changing of the things that we work on. Great companies stay focused. They stay focused about where they're at. And what we want to do at Juice Plus is, if we are going to experience explosive growth again, we have to address these things. And I want you to know that we are 100% committed to this. Now, what is it going to take for us to continue to grow? What's going to take us there? Well, you think about these three things. In order for us to grow, we have to be the best at planning, process, and people. And where we're going as a company, we promise to you that we will be better at planning our promotions, planning product launches so that you have all the material, and that so when we launch something, that it is truly innovative, that we truly have the marketing behind it, that we truly can talk about it, that we don't have to be afraid about compliance. We want to plan better. We want to have the processes so that everybody knows what to do, and that our people, our partners, are together and linked together. It is extremely important for us to be in this way. Our business is calling for it, and we want you to know that we will become better. Now, what does this do? When we do this internally for you as partners, we become a high performance organization. We truly will become, and it's one of my goals here, is that when we become a high performance organization, we will create new growth around the world. Now, I want to share something with you. I think this is important. If you want to go to the next slide, Jason. I want to share a principle with you that we're going to be working on here at Juice Plus. I love this company, but one of the areas that we're looking at is creating what we call in the business world growth curves. Now, you can see this curve here where you can say, okay, look at that where the red line starts to grow and then you see the X. Well, a lot of companies, maybe they've slowed down. Maybe they need to figure out some new ways to get growth. And then they grow again and then they slow down and then they have to figure new ways to grow. And it's challenging. And I will tell you that Juice Plus, as we start to look at what the new growth curve for us, what do? Where do we go? We have to keep growing. We want you to grow. We want you to excel. We want your family and friends to be a part of it. But what do? How do we create a new growth curve? Innovation, quality, and results. There's no doubt that you can count on that we are going to be working on some new innovation, and we've been talking about it right now. I am so excited about the future as far as where we're going with innovation, whether that's technology, product. We have to work on it. We have some gaps there, but I promise you, as we started to talk with the research team, we started talking about what the needs are around the world. Think about it. People are talking more about gut health. They're talking about mental acuity and clarity. They're looking for women's health. They're looking for hormones help. They're looking for weight loss, more weight loss options. They're looking at how we can help as far as their children. There's so much that we have in front of us, and our team is looking at all of these things and what we can do. I'm so excited about this. Innovation, quality, and results. Now, sometimes these growth curves don't happen perfectly. Sometimes we might find ourselves in a situation where the growth curve isn't perfect, where we're like, oh, okay, we can keep growing. Sometimes it's a little bit messy and we have to say, well, what does that mean for us? Next slide, Jason. One of the things that we're going to do, and I want you to know, years ago, I was meeting with somebody and they told me, they said, if you really want to make it easy, if you truly love your grandma, and all of us do, all of us have had grandmas, if you really want to make it super easy for your partners and for your customers, make a grandma code. And what we mean by this from the corporate side is our goal is to make everything super easy for you, super easy. So that when you're online on the website and when you're referring or signing up a new partner, a new customer, let's make it easy. And it is something that we're going to have to work on. We're not perfect right now, but I promise you, as our team works together, we are going to have a grandma code. This is important to me. I would never want my grandma to go to Juice Plus and not figure out how to take these wonderful products, but we have to figure it out. It's important for us. Now, what does this do for us? Next slide. What does this do for us? This speeds up the game. And today, speed is everything. The number one enemy of speed is friction. It's friction. And so we have caused some friction for you. And I want to assure you, as I have this very, very candid conversation with you, that we move forward and we speed up. Now, some of you remember back in, I think in the early 80s, we had an oil embargo. How many of you remember that? Remember when they slowed the speed limit down from 65 to 55? People were so upset. They were like, I cannot believe they're doing this to us. And some of you today don't even know what I'm talking about. They're going 80 to 90 miles an hour. Back in this oil embargo, they said, we don't have the fuel. We have to make cars more efficient. And what happened is they slowed the speed limit down. And they slowed it from 65 to 55. And there was even a song out there. Some of you might even remember the Sammy Hagar. It was, I Can't Drive 55. But what they did is they slowed down to speed up. And today, cars are more efficient. They have battery-powered cars. They have cars that are moving down the freeway more speedily than ever before. And at Juice Plus, I will tell you, it's not that we want to slow down. We are going to be very focused on our goals. We're going to make sure that we have our roles and responsibilities forward, and we are going to innovate. We're going to drive better quality, and we are going to get the best people to move this business forward and help you grow. I promise you, once we do, we are going to execute on our plan and run extremely fast. Now, when I want to move on to the next slide, Jason, my vision for the company, once we do this, is that we have strength and confidence. It is really important. My vision for Juice Plus is that we provide a strong company, the company that many of you knew before, and that we are going to be the voice for foundational nutrition. We are going to be the voice for plant powders and capsules. No one will be able to touch us if we stick together and we start to work together. I believe that once we develop that confidence, that we will be known as that company where people are coming to us and they're saying, you know what, I want to be a part of that. Every one of you are a part of this with us. And I know that with this vision of strength and confidence, that people will want to work for us, people want to be a part of us, and people will want to share more about what we're doing. It's important for us. Now, over the next 60 days, my goal as the new CEO is to be on what I call a collaboration tour. So many of you, I've already had discussions. I've been in discussions with some of our leaders here. Kurt Beavers, I was on a call with him very recently. He sent me a text, and some of you may not believe, and I understand. He sent me a text recently, and I said, hey, there's a lot of work going on. There's a lot of hours. Going to dinner with Jay and his wife, Sandra, you realize what you're in, what you're in this for. And Kurt Beaver sent me a message and he said, Travis, I'm praying for you. And it meant a lot that people are thinking about what's happening internally. There's so many people internally who are working for you and where we're going. Strength and confidence is where this company is going. I promise you that we are working hard to do this. We have to be aggressively patient. I know it's an oxymoron. We have to be aggressively patient with where we're at because we have some work to do, but we'll get there. Over the next 60 days, my goal is to listen in into the conversations, prepare a plan, make sure that we put in the processes, and then we have the people moving in the right direction. That's where we're going today. The collaboration tour will help us get there. Next slide, Jason. One of the things that I want to share with you when I first came to Juice Plus is this quote here: inspire healthy living in our homes and in our communities around the world. I hope that all of you can partner with us and Jay's vision of where we wanted to go as a company. And I promise you that we're heading in that right direction, and Jay's behind us all the way, and he loves you very, very, very much. I want to talk about all of us and where we're at. We are better together. There's no question that we are better together. And I want to tell you a story about a story in my life that really represents better together. Years ago, when I was a very young boy, it was just my brother and I. My older brother was severely handicapped. He had cerebral palsy, couldn't walk, couldn't talk. He grew up where we had to change his diaper. We took care of him. We didn't know any different. But my dad and mom were migrant workers. They were migrant workers in the fields. My mom was from Mexico. My dad is from Texas, and they grew up working in the fields. So they worked in the cotton fields in Texas, and they worked their way up through the cornfields. And the reason why I grew up in Idaho is they ended up in Idaho working in the potato fields. And during that time, they were very poor. We didn't have a lot of money, but my dad was working in a potato warehouse. But years ago, something happened that changed our lives and changed his life. My dad didn't know how to read or write very well, but a manager grabbed my dad and said, Ernie, his name was Ernie. He said, Ernie, you need to learn how to read and write. You need to learn how to read and write, Ernie. And he spent time with my dad, and he taught my dad how to read and write. My dad went on to get a GED and then on to become a plumber, and that's what he was all of his life. He worked so hard. And I will tell you, because of that opportunity and because of that manager who helped my dad, we are better together as a family. And I want you to know that as we look at our journey with Juice Plus, there's no question that we are better together. We can't be mad at each other. We have to support each other. When someone advances, we have to support them. When someone goes to a conference, we have to support them. Make sure that we are partnering together. We are better together. And I can't tell you the opportunities that are in front of us are so grand. I'm excited about where we are at today. At Juice Plus, I want us to be a household name around the world. How many of you agree by a raise of hands? How many agree that we want to be a household name around the world? Our goal is not to be $1 billion. Our goal is not to be $2 billion. Our goal is to be in every household around the world. I love that goal because it represents who we are and what we are doing. It's foundational love that we have for people around the world. Our goal should be around things that we can see and landmarks that we can be a part of. Next slide, Jason. I want to share this with you. The opportunity, like my dad, is there. Many of you, as you think about this, some of you were introduced by someone who was maybe giving you hope. Some of you were probably introduced, and you are introducing people to give them hope. I want you to know we can never give up on the things that are important to us, and never give up on the chance that you might give someone a new opportunity of hope. They may be looking for an extra $200-300 extra month. They may be looking for some health. They may be just looking for a community. Don't ever, ever count yourself out. It doesn't matter how old, it doesn't matter how you look, have no hair, it doesn't matter if you're wearing glasses, it doesn't matter. You have the opportunity to give hope. I challenge all of you to continue to grow and give hope. I want you to know that I love this quote, but I want you to know that I'm here for you. And here's what it says: great cultures have great story that employees want to be a part of, while great brands have a story that customers want to be a part of. I want you to know that as Juice Plus grows, we are going to be more bold, more excited about where we're at, and we have to tell the story the way it is. I'm so excited about the future. I thank you for allowing me to spend some time with you and share a little bit about where we're going as a company, strength and confidence. Someone asked me the other day, what do you think of Juice Plus? And I said this: it's not when you get into Juice Plus. It's when Juice Plus gets into you. And I can tell you that Juice Plus, for me, as I've started to take, all the products, I'm becoming more and more of a believer. And I can't wait to meet all of you in person. Thank you very much for your time. I look forward to a great future. Now, I have.
I'm emotional. I've seen this 3 times. We have a leader that talks about foundational love, the opportunity to give hope. This is our new leader. How many people want to rethink that 90-day challenge? All right. Anybody that wants to share a comment, would love to hear from you. I'm emotional. Yeah.
Hey,
just the beginning.
oh, sorry, Abby, go ahead.
No, go ahead. She just typed that out.
Oh, I was going to say, a lot of times behind great women, also behind a great man is a great woman. And I got the pleasure of meeting his wife in Chicago. And I mean, she's quiet. I mean, he's boisterous. He's awesome, but she's so quiet. And I just got to sit with her on the boat for a while and just talk about her family and her kids. And she travels with him almost everywhere for integrity purposes. And to me, just the two of them together, I just feel are such a huge blessing. And what I love is that Stuart was a part of choosing him. And so our old CEO was knew what we needed. She knew what was important to pass the baton and had a decision to choose him because she knew what we needed. And so I am beyond excited. I have not heard this yet, by the way, Terry. That was my first time. And I was like, texting Holly, like, oh my word. I mean, it is him. And what he's saying to you guys on video is exactly who he is in person. And so I honest to goodness hope that you guys come in October, because you will see him. He will hug you. He will shake your hand. His wife will sit there really quietly. But he is just amazing. And I feel very confident in where he is moving this company.
Yeah, I feel very confident that we are on the verge of an incredible explosion. And can I share something? Yes. Absolutely. Stacy, my girl.
Hey guys, thank you, Terry, for always adopting my team. I just love it. This is what I want to say is super short and sweet, but this is how I feel. It doesn't matter where you are right now. It matters what you do right now moving forward. Right. And I think that I think that everyone can be in this place where it's like, you can choose to be excited by this, or you can choose to do nothing with this and let your business just be what it is. His heart and his passion, and he doesn't even know us yet, right? He has figured it out super quick, who we are at the core. And this is who is now leading our company. Let's go. There is so much power in his words, and he's been here for 5 minutes. Think about what we can do together with him at the helm to lead us into new heights. But now listen, he is doing his job. It is now up to us to do ours. That's it.
Thank you, Stacy.
Hey, Tara, can I say one thing real quick?
Absolutely.
So hi guys. Well, yeah, that was amazing. I'm about to cry now too. The thing that got me at the very end was when he said foundational love, because in training new partners now, as I'm starting to grow my team, I said, I continue to tell people now, and this is sort of a new thing I've been doing, but it's truth. Juice Plus is foundational to our health. Like we build a home, we need a foundation. We need Juice Plus. It's a foundation. I don't care what other stuff you're using. I don't care what you're looking at, other supplements, whatever you're doing, it's foundational. So now we've got foundational health, you know, something foundational to you with foundational love. And it just hit me. So just want to share.
Thank you for sharing. She's we know our Sarah took the 90-day challenge, and her business is exploding. We're watching. All right. Anybody else have anything that they want to say before we say good night?
Thank you.
Patty Gregg, say something.
No, actually, Derek wanted to say something. And so
Oh.
that's why he said something at the very beginning. He kind of went like that, and then we just all took over. So Derek, I want to hear what you have to say.
You know what? Well, hello, it's good to see all of you guys. I love y'all. I know I'm always MIA, but to me, this speech like really it brought back, because you know, you guys know Elsa was like a mother to me. And so I felt when she passed away, like a lot of me just was like, why keep going? You know, why keep doing what I'm doing? But just by hearing this guy talk in his speech, it was moving to me. And it's like, you know, Stacy said, you know, it doesn't matter where I'm at in my business, because I know my business is dropped. I have no customers. I'll tell y'all right now. So I'm starting from the bottom. And so with this new CEO coming in, and that talk just like set me on fire. And I'm ready to go. Like Stacy said, like, let's go, let's do this.
You got it. All right. And remember, we're all part of the same team, Derek. And thank you for being a part. Like Stacy, you know, you guys are all sidelined, but I love you. And I have a big umbrella. So come on along. Anybody else have anything they want to say before we say goodnight? It's so good to see so many of your beautiful faces. And
Let's go.
Let's go. Let's just go. Hey, Jane.
Let's do it. Hi, I'm back from the dead as well, Derek. So let's go, bro. Let's build it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's an exciting season. I'm glad that we're all doing this together. Thank you, Holly. Thank you, Holly. Okay. All right, my friends, my darlings. All right. Peace and blessings. Have a beautiful evening. We'll see you next Monday night. And one thing I want you to know, I just want you to know that when you're here, I see you, I hear you, and I always want you to feel safe here. Okay. Good night. God bless. Take care.
Thank you, Terry. You're a rock for us. You are.
Love you, Terry.
Thank you, Terry.
Love you, Luongo.